Hello, everyone. I am so excited to talk to you about one of my favorite techniques today because what would it be like if you had more control over your emotional state and you had the ability to activate positive feelings at your fingertips? Some of you might be asking yourself, what is this magic? Well, it's called NLP anchoring, and I am going to teach you this powerful technique today. And I'm so excited because NLP anchoring is just a very simple and effective method that enables you to neurologically link any internal positive feeling or state to an external stimulus. And this might sound very complex, or you might think, why do I need this? But it's actually very simple and powerful. And I'm going to give you a few examples right now that will really get your wheels turning. So I don't know about you, but for me, the smell of pumpkin spice, I just love it. It screams fall. It just screams fall. And I just love it all. I love the candles. I love the soap. I love the lattes. Just bring it on. It just really makes me feel the spirit of the season. And if I happen to smell pumpkin spice any other time of the year or any other season, I just immediately still think of the season fall. And this association is so intense for me. I think it might be anchored in me from this life to the next, if you know what I mean. It's just a very, very strong anchor. And another anchor that I think maybe you'll identify with and have experience with is when you hear a song. When you hear a song and it brings you right back to a moment or a feeling in a time from the past. And for me, I have this very strong anchor to a song because when I was young, my dad would drive us kids to the mountains every year growing up, and he would play and sing to us a song by Phil Collins called One More Night, kind of a random but good classic 80s song. And now every time I ever hear that song pop up onto the radio, I am immediately taken back to those beautiful memories on the road with my dad. And it will forever be associated and anchored with feelings of childhood joy. And these are just both examples of the naturally occurring process of anchoring. And you're not aware of the anchoring taking place, but it all happens subconsciously. And those feelings were all wired to an external stimulus of either a song or a smell. And so now I'm actually going to teach you how to do this anchoring method consciously so that you will be able to link any positive emotion to a stimulus of your choice and elicit that feeling anytime you want to. Super simple, only 5 steps. So let's get started. So the first step is just to identify the state you would like to feel more of in your life. So just take a moment to check in. And this could be a feeling of joy. This could be confidence. This could be peace or calm. Just anything you want more of in your life. Super simple. The second step is just to elicit that feeling within. And you can do that by thinking of how or where you felt that feeling before in a very strong and intense way. And it could be a song or maybe a feeling you have in a memory or an activity where you feel that way, or a smell like we just talked about. But the important part of this step is just to really connect with your 5 senses. So see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel. So a good example of this is most of us have experienced intense joy in our life. At least I'd hope to think so, but we've experienced intense joy in our life where maybe we fell down laughing with some friends or had a smile from ear to ear. And so if you were creating an anchor of joy, you could go back to that memory or that moment in the movie of your life, and you could feel that intense feeling of joy. And you could feel it again, once again, when you establish your anchor. And so we're going to revisit this in a moment. So just keep it in your back pocket. And the third step is just to pick your anchor. And in this step, precision is massively important. And the key here is that it needs to be unique and distinct. And so it's not a good idea to choose something that's going to be triggered all the time or can be fired left and right. You want to pick something unique. You want to pick something that you're going to intentionally elicit consciously. So your anchor could be a physical spot on your body, such as a finger press or a touch of the ear or a smell or a song, anything you'd like. Just make sure you pick something that you will not fire on accident and that you can associate with one of your 5 senses. The 4th step is to establish your anchor. And in this step, we're going to pull everything together, okay? So in this step, pull up that moment where you felt that state or that feeling in a very intense way from the filing cabinet of your life, and just really feel those memories in a big, big way. And as you do this, be aware of your emotional state as you begin to peak. And at the exact second where your feeling is the strongest, when you reach that maximum peak, introduce and fire your anchor at that split second. And that could be by playing a song or introducing a smell or a fragrance or a physical gesture such as a finger press or a touch to your ear for 5 to 15 seconds. And you're going to hold it there until that feeling, that emotion begins to decline and go down, and you're going to release that anchor. You're going to release it. And then you're going to repeat this process just a few more times to really seal it all in. And then the last step, it's very important. You want to make sure you reinforce. So just be sure to introduce your anchor whenever you're naturally feeling that emotion. So, for example, I'll share with you that I have anchored the feeling of joy to my ear. I'm gonna smile and say, yep, there it is. And so whenever I find myself feeling really joyful, maybe having a big laugh or a smile from ear to ear, I make sure to touch my ear and reinforce my anchor, because you want to continue to reinforce those feelings to that anchor. So now you have it. You have all the steps to create your own anchor and to have the power to access any emotional state at any time you wish. It's just all just magic in your fingertips. And I hope you found that this tutorial was helpful for you. And please be sure to comment or ask me any questions. And I'm excited for you. And let me know what you decided to anchor in. And take care.